All right. I just want to take a minute to thank you all for jumping on tonight. We appreciate you giving us a portion of your Tuesday evening, just 15 minutes, where we're going to have two incredible people share their Plexus stories with us. And then we're going to have another person share and highlight is it our newest product? No, one of our newer products, Restore. And so, Pam or Becky, who wants to go first? We appreciate you both being here to share with
I'm
us.
going to help Becky do her testimony first.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
She goes off. You'll see. There you go.
All right. Hello. Well, I'm going to talk about my incredible husband's experience with Plexus. Let me get my glasses on so I can follow my notes. My husband was diagnosed with Parkinson's in about the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020. And at that time, I called my friend Jonelle Hughes and talked to her about what Plexus products she would recommend for him. And we got him right away started on the triplex with the Slim Microbiome, the BioCleanse, and the probiotic. So my husband's name is John. He started taking these products, and he's really good and faithful about taking his supplements every day without fail. And he took them for an extended period of time. I don't quite remember how long it was, but he liked them. I asked him if they were helping him. He had so many changes going on that it was really hard for him to tell exactly what was doing what with all the medication and things he was taking. So we got to a point where I was getting ready to retire, and I was getting a little worried about our budget. So I tried to find places where we could cut back on our spending. And John was doing pretty good. So I said, let's go ahead and stop the Plexus for a while because it is kind of pricey, and see how you do without it. See if if we can tell a difference. Well, so we stopped it probably for, I'm guessing 3 or 4 months, and he definitely could tell a difference. He's like a lot of men and a lot of people, he was troubled with constipation most of the time in his adult years. And as soon as we quit taking the Plexus, all of his constipation and problems with bowel movements came back. They had gone away and they came back. And so after 3 or 4 months of this, he told me that he needed to start taking it again. And so we ordered it again. And once he got on, within a very short period, just a few days to a week, he was regular with his bowel movements again. Everything was good. So we tested it and found out that it 100% works. And he is a convert for life with that and will never let me quit his subscription again. So another product I want to talk about, I was visiting with Pam a couple weeks ago, and she gave me a package of this calming cocoa. John is getting to a stage in his progression of his illness where he's having a lot of trouble sitting still. As he describes it, he says everything just buzzes inside. I don't know if it's nerves or muscle, like restless leg syndrome throughout his whole body. I don't know what. But sometimes in the evenings, we'll be trying to watch a movie or football game, even whatever. And every 10 to 15 minutes, he stands up, he sits down, he stands up, he sits down. He just can't relax and be comfortable. So Pam gave me the calming cocoa. The first night I gave him a cup of it, he was doing this up and down, and he sat down on the couch and drank it. And immediately I could tell he just totally relaxed, and he went to sleep for an hour. So he is drinking a cup of that pretty much every night now, an hour or so before he's ready to go to bed. And it helps him immensely to calm whatever is going on inside his body, and helps him to relax so that he can get to sleep quickly and easily. And it's been a godsend. I appreciate it. And that's my testimony.
Well, thank you so much, Becky. I love hearing good stories. So I'm Pam, and my story started in 2017. My friend Nicole Montaldo, she had said she started some of these products, and because I just turned 50 at that time, my stomach had a big pooch, and I was not thrilled with that at all. And I didn't realize how much weight I had as well. So I might have just contributed to that, but it wasn't pleasant. Like you couldn't, even if I could buy new pants that buttoned, my stomach was still poochy. So she started me on pink drink because we didn't know enough about the other products yet. And so I started on that. I noticed a difference in 3 weeks. 3 weeks, my little pooch was down. I was so amazed. I'll never ever stop drinking the pink drink. Then about, I'm gonna say 2 years ago, Ease probably has been out for a long time, but I had a pretty major surgery in 2007 and 2008, and my doctors told me that the swelling in my feet and legs will be permanent. There's no way they can do anything about it. And so I just thought I had to live with it. By about 7 o'clock at night, my feet get so swollen that I couldn't walk. So I would just have to sit on the couch from about 7 till it was time to go to bed, walk stairs up to my room. And then I don't know who told me about Ease. Maybe I read it on somebody's post or something. So I decided to try Ease I thought, you know what, I'll do it 30 to 60 days, see if it did anything. My feet went completely down. My legs are not purple like they used to be within 1 week. I take 4 a day, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. But I mean, I cried because I had doctors telling me this for 10 years that they couldn't do anything for me. So I am so very, very grateful that I found something that could do that for me, and I will never stop taking that. Plus, I've now been able to help my friends with inflammation, with the swelling, thinking they didn't have a choice either. And I love that we always have a choice. My big major thing, which I don't know if it's going to be major for anybody else, but because I'm a little older, I'm going through the postmenopausal, and I take X Factor Plus. That was a recommendation by Janelle. So I take that for menopausal, but I didn't really notice a difference. I thought, well, I'll just keep taking it. It's a really good vitamin. I'll keep taking it. Then last month, I had to have surgery, and they made me go off everything. Didn't matter if it was a supplement, didn't matter if it was a prescription medication, everything. Went off for a week. When I got done with the surgery, I had hot flashes. I had night sweats that I haven't had probably since 2015, 16. So I thought that was odd, but I thought, okay, I mean, to where I have to put a towel down so I can sleep without soaking through my whole bed. Put a towel across my chest so my blankets didn't get soaked. And then when I started back X Factor Plus, within, I'm going to say 3 or 4 days, was gone again. So I now have a testimony of X Factor Plus. Before, I just thought it was a really nice vitamin. Really good for me, all natural. Now, if you have any of those symptoms, this is something I highly, highly recommend for you. Thank you, Stacy. Do you want me to send it to Teresa so she can highlight our product?
That would be great.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi,
Okay.
everybody. I have to apologize for my camera. I am still at work and I've never logged into a Zoom at work before. And evidently, my camera is connected to my classroom display system. And so I can't unconnect it from that to connect it to the Zoom call. So I am going to go ahead, though, and share with you about one of my favorite products, which is the Restore. Every day we are exposed to all kinds of pollutants in the air, contaminants and unfriendly chemicals in our skincare, in the food we eat, in cleaning products. All of those environmental stressors combined with our natural aging, the stress that we deal with every day, poor diet, other lifestyle choices, all of those things can take a toll on every part of our body. Well, Restore helps our body with its natural repair system and helps our liver clean out all those toxins. Right on the package, it says it's a natural way to detox. And I love that. What it does is it helps the body return to a state of homeostasis and it helps to support healthy aging. Well, let's break all that down just a bit more. Did you know that the liver is the largest internal organ in the body and that it performs over 500 different functions? Well, detoxification is the process of purifying the blood by removing those impurities through the liver. Now, this can also happen through the kidneys, the intestines, the lungs, the lymphatic system, and even our skin. But the liver has to filter everything from all of those other things. So basically, it just detoxes all the bad stuff out of our bodies. Now, it regulates the chemical levels in our blood by excreting a product which is called bile, and bile actually excretes the toxins. So how does that happen? Well, all of our blood from our stomach and our intestines pass through the liver. The liver processes that blood and breaks it down and metabolizes all the substance so that they are easier for our body to use. The healthy substances that are non-toxic, those are really important and they play a significant role in our health, in our metabolism, and our weight loss. So it filters those out and sends those to the systems where they can be used in appropriate ways. The harmful substances, those toxins and contaminants that we talked about, those get excreted either in the bile or in the blood. Bile products go into our intestines and they leave the body in the form of feces, which is why it's so important that everybody is eliminating every day. The blood products actually exit through our urine. So when our liver is burdened by lots of toxins and contaminants, it's just not able to function optimally. Now, Restore has three main objectives. The first is the cellular detox that we've been talking about, and it does that with products like spinach, spirulina, and aloe vera. And those all help with the natural detoxification process. It also provides powerful antioxidants and polyphenols. An antioxidant is a substance that will neutralize a free radical, which is an unstable molecule that can damage your cells and other structures in the body. And so antioxidants are known as your free radical scavengers. Polyphenols are a class of chemical compounds that are found in plants and plant-based foods that have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. So they're a secondary metabolite of plants, and they help defend against pathogens and ultraviolet radiation. So if detox is your primary goal for taking Restore, you want to take 1 scoop in the evening before bedtime which will help with the detox and also supports our second main thing of Restore, which is your digestion support. The digestion support comes through a blend of ginger root and peppermint leaf and helps to create a more healthy gut. Now I have to put a plug in here for the detox and the digestion. Both of those things will also help you to sleep better. I know I used to wake up about 3 a.m. every night, just kind of wake up. And if you Google that, you'll find out in Chinese medicine, 3 a.m. is the time where your liver is known to be detoxing. Now that I'm taking the Restore, I no longer wake up at 3 a.m. anymore. So there's a testimony there that it definitely does work. The third thing that Restore helps you with is your appetite control. And it does that with a blend of hibiscus flower powder, yeast hydrolysate, magnolia bark, and berberine hydrochloride. And those things help support a healthy appetite, keeping it under control. If that is your goal, then you want to take Restore 30 minutes before a meal, and you can do that twice daily. Now, the features of Restore that I love, it has a lemon berry flavor. They tell me that's an improved flavor. I never tasted it before they improved it, but I know myself that's kind of a strong flavor, so I like to mix it in either with my berry slim or else my hydrate, the blueberry acai hydrate, and that's my two favorite ways to drink it. It is gluten-free, it's vegan, it's non-GMO, and of course has no artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, or preservatives. So there is my plug for my favorite product, my new favorite product, Restore.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, ladies. The testimonies and then the information about Restore, it's amazing. So we really appreciate you sharing with us tonight. Since Teresa talked about Restore, and even if she wouldn't have, I want to make sure I tell you about this. Did you see the big news? Did anyone see it? Restore is the new version of Restore will now begin to be in Reset. So I'm super excited about that. I'm sure all of you are as well. I have a huge collection of the ones from the other version that I will drink eventually, but yay for the new Restore and Reset. All right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. At this time, if you are a guest, you are welcome to drop off to, I don't remember what that word is, to log off is what I'm trying to say to you. You're welcome to log off. And if you want to stay, I'm so excited to introduce you to my dear friend, Michelle Rose. Michelle and I met a year, let's see, it would have been January of 2023, I think. Is that right, Michelle?
We met prior to, but that was when we started doing the
Right. The mastermind. We did meet before that at an event in Bear Lake. And actually, Michelle was so sweet. I wanted to stay a little bit longer at the Bear Lake to maybe get in the lake, but it didn't work out that way. And I got left behind. And so she actually gave me a ride back to the house, and we became instant friends from there.
Okay, so you just reminded me. I remember I had seen the pant picture, and you had become like an internet sensation, influencer over here. And when I came out of my car and saw you, I was like,
all right,
I know who you are. Real life meeting here.
So then Michelle and I really got to know one another from January to June of last year when we both joined Brooke Hemingway's mastermind. And so I am thrilled that she agreed to come and join us tonight to just share with us. Michelle is a powerhouse in Plexus. And so she has had she's had an incredible year, but she had an incredible month in October where her team grew by 300 points. And now correct me if I'm wrong, your husband has swept the contest for Leaders Retreat. Have you yet?
I am sitting at $24.95.
Okay.
Can we talk about how annoyed I am, by the way? I'm like $24.95 and it's been a couple days. I'm like, can we at least just hit 25, please?
So she will also sweep the Leaders Retreat contest on her account as well. So Michelle, when I was talking to her about joining us, I said, share all of your magic, sprinkle all of that magic with us. And I love what she shared with me. She said, okay, I know what I'm going to talk about then. I'm going to talk about what I did, not now, but what I did months ago for this to be happening now. So I am excited to have my friend Michelle Rose here to inspire us, to energize us, to motivate us. And so there you go. Oh, wait, one other thing. That 300-point growth thing, I took a little bit of credit for it. And so this is kind of payback for her.
I was totally just going to talk about that.
Okay, well then I'll let you talk about it. Go ahead.
So I had Stacy come on to my team call a couple weeks ago, about like a month ago,
The beginning of the month.
and coach and share with my team. And then we went on to have this incredible month. And she, when I asked her to share, she's like, hey, but you're going to have to repay the favor. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll come onto your team call. Absolutely. Like, I scratch your back, you scratch mine for sure. And then we had this month, and sweet Stacy over here, all sassy as she is like, only if like I helped your team grow by 300 points, so you're coming on here and you better like fully repay the favor. So I'm looking at all of you guys because this can't be on me. Y'all better do something because you have to grow by 300 points this month. So just asterisk that, or Cece's coming after my butt. Okay, so I am a big believer of if it ain't broke, don't fix. However, it also, if it's broke, you need to fix. And I felt like there were some things that were broken on my team. I am someone who is very, very, very consistent. Stacy said powerhouse. I'm a workhorse. I know that I am a totally different breed. It's the athlete in me and just that person that is literally always trying to do better, literally in every single aspect of my life. I am a very, very driven person. I am always trying to be a better wife, a better mom, but I'm always like, how can I feel better? How can my health be better? I don't feel like we ever hit like the ultimate level. There's always room for improvement. And I'm also a runner. And so I'm always like, how can I run faster? And then in my business, like, how can I make more money? How can I achieve more? That is just who I am. And I'm very like goal oriented, like setting a goal. And I'm not someone like, yay, I hit my goal. That was it. No. If I said I was going to enroll 8 this month and I enrolled 8 and there's still 10 days left, you better believe that that is no longer going to be 8. And I'm going to be like, I'm enrolling 12. I'm enrolling 15. I'm going to keep on going. So I am very consistent. I myself am very consistent. And my team was, we were just kind of treading water, to be honest. There wasn't really much growth, but there wasn't a whole lot of loss. But consistency isn't enough. I'm going to be straight with you. You have to be consistent, yes, but that's not enough. You need more. And I felt like we were consistent, but that I'm not here to tread water. I'm not here to be status quo. I am here for all the dang things. All the shiny objects, sign me up. So I started really like digging in, like what are we missing here? We're doing the things and nothing's changing. And I was tired of looking at like, what else is happening in Plexus? Oh, all these other teams seem to be kind of dead in the water too. So it's okay. Everyone's just kind of dead in the water. It's fine. And I'm like, why is that fine? Because there are some other teams that are booming and doing incredible. So why can't we? I don't think this is it's just Plexus. It's what's happening on my team. And I know I am the leader and I create the momentum. So if you guys want momentum on your team, it is on you. You create that fire. It ain't coming from anywhere else. You got to light the fire under your butt before a fire gets lit under anybody else. And so I was like, I have to start doing the things. I have to change. I've got to do something if I want anything to change on my team. And so the biggest thing that I did was I started being all about the business. I have been an Emerald for 2.5 years. And I have no problem being an Emerald. I'm very, very proud of that and proud of my business and the team and the culture that I've created. But I am not here to be an Emerald for the rest of my life. I am here to become a double diamond and then some. Okay. So how do we get there? How do we grow? I have plenty of product users. Customers are great. I love them. But that's not going to get me to diamond, double diamond, or anything. I need business builders. And I am here at this point for the business. I am 100% here. And if you're on this call, you are here for the business. You are here to make money. So why are we only going out and posting about the products? Why are we only asking people about the products? Why are we not owning the fact that we are in the most incredible network marketing company to ever exist? We need to own that. You are not going to find a better comp plan, a better culture, a better community, better products, a better price point. Y'all, a $37 probiotic still blows my mind because 9 years ago, I was paying over $60 for a probiotic and it didn't do crap. Literally, I was crapping out that probiotic and it didn't make me feel any better. So we need to own that and we need to invite people into that space. If you want a business builder, you have to talk about the business and you have to ask, like, continuously talk about it. For some reason, we ask people about the business once and they're like, oh, they said no. And we don't keep following up, but yet we follow up about the products. You get someone started on the products and they say no to the business once. You don't keep following up and asking them to share. Why is that? We have to constantly ask people to share. And we have to constantly overcome objections. And I feel like I became the biggest boss in the last 6 months of overcoming any objection that anyone wants to throw at me. I'm like, what else do you got? Keep coming, keep coming. And I just overcome, like, when someone gives me one, I'm like, bring it, let's go, let's go. I am going to get you there. And so that's what I started doing. I started like blasting, and I'm going to say blast, like I started talking a ton about the business, sharing about my paychecks. In my stories, I talk about the business. On my posts, I talk about the business. I share what my team is creating. I share my team members' wins. I talk about how I help someone rank up. Like I share all of those wins in my stories, on my page, that kind of thing. I share about the lifestyle that is given my family and I. I created a mentorship program. I am asking people that are currently on my team to join it. I am asking new people like, hey, I see an incredible heart in you. Curious if you would want to look at what I do for a living, see how it could bless you and your family. So I'm constantly inviting people to be part of my mentorship program. And this is what I do, you guys. I get an idea and I put it out there and then I figure it out. So if you're like, what in the world is a mentorship program? Go create one. Go ask people to be part of your mentorship program and that you're going to help them bring in $1,200 this month. Cause isn't that about what a fast start a senior silver is, right? About $1,200. Go tell them you're going to help them make $1,200 this month and ask them if they want to come join it. Don't worry about what that looks like until you have someone who says yes. Because why spend hours putting together a program and then you don't have anything? So I'm a figure it out as I go kind of person. And I created a mentorship program. I just started training people. Like that's what it was. There was not a whole lot to it. I just started training people to share. That's how I did it. And I in May, I sponsored 2 girls that were like, I'm all in for the money. They joined for the business. 100% joined me for the business. And they are like best friends now. I looped them together. They're running, and they both went gold last month. And they're like arm in arm, like I give one of them a challenge and she messages the other and is like, hey, Michelle gave me this challenge. You want to do it with me? I didn't even have to tell the other girl that it was her challenge too. They did it on their own. Okay. So this is accountability. I made them accountability partners. right? And so that that was a huge part of the fire that I needed, was starting these girls. And did they rocket to gold? No, no. But one of them has created an entire team in the process of going gold. She has almost a senior silver. She's got a silver and then a couple people almost silver. Like, she's got all of these people sharing, just popping around, because she's talking to them about money. She's talking to them about the business. She's developing people along the way. She didn't go gold because she sponsored 17 people. And that's what you don't want to be an emerald with 300 level ones. That is the worst thing that could happen. That makes me sick thinking about. There is no time freedom for you in that. We're here to develop people. And so you have to show them. And when I started like this mentorship program, and when I started putting all this stuff into play, my thought process was, I want everything that I'm doing to be duplicatable. So when I sponsor someone, they see how I'm doing it and they're going to duplicate it. And then they're going to duplicate it. So in this, I put systems in place on my team. So we have systems on how to share, on how to post, on how to follow up, on customer care. So that's all in place. And so when someone's like, I don't know what to message someone, here's the template. Here's the confident conversations guides. How do I follow up with my customers? Here's the follow-up guide. So we have those systems in place to make it simple, to make it duplicatable, to make it easy. And I will tell you, since I started being super bold about the business, sharing about it, posting about it, asking people to be part of it, people are messaging me probably weekly and saying, I'm really curious about what you're doing. I want to come join your team. I signed up a girl last week. I put up a post, you guys, you know those posts that we put up of like, I'm looking for people to make this much money. I put up one of those posts. How often do we reap benefit from those? Not very often, but we put them up anyways, right? I had like 3 people comment on it. I sent the Jessica Heffley opportunity video. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's 6 minutes long. We'll make sure you get it. She watched it and she sent me like a paragraph long message in like all caps. Girl, I'm 100% in. This is everything I've ever wanted. I am like surrendering my life to God. This girl is like on fire, on stinking fire. I signed her up on Friday and she is like blasting it around the world. She's about to sign up her first person. She hasn't even got her products yet. This is what I'm going to tell you. We post those things because we never know who's watching. We never know who that person's going to be. Like this girl, we had a great, I called her. We had an hour-long conversation on the phone. We connected really well, but she's already like, I love you so much. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've known this girl for we've really like connected for a couple days. She has seen my heart though. So be real, be you. They'll see it and they'll connect with it and you're going to find the right person. I have no idea how well this girl is going to do or anything along those lines, but she came in saying, I want to help people. I want to make money because I put it out there. The product users will come without you having to ask. I personally feel like. I feel like product users are really easy to find. So one other huge switch that we made in the last few months, and it has changed everything for us. Do you guys ever feel like you are spending just as much time recouping all the people you lost every single month? That was 8 years of my life in Plexus. I don't know if I said I've been here for 8.5 years. I started putting down with every single conversation I had, this is a minimum of a 3 to 6 month commitment. I used to say 3 months, a minimum of 3, and then I started throwing in 3 to 6 months, and it's like a challenge. When I say that, they're like, I'm in for at least 6 months. Simply because I added that option of going longer, like people are like, I'm in at least 6 months. Like everyone is committed to that 3 to 6 months. And we have like a 90+% retention rate now. we grew by 300 points by adding 40 people last month. Do the math. That doesn't math up. People are coming back, they're ordering, they're excited, and we are retaining people. I used to have to enroll like 60 plus people to just stay status quo because so many were following off. And now I'm like checking my purse report. I'm like, oh, there's nobody. There's been no cancellations in a week. Because they're committed to the process. So if you, and do you think your business builders are going to come from people that stuck around for 6 months and saw the results instead of those people that came for a month and didn't lose 50 pounds? So that's been a massive game changer. And I here's another thing of I started making those changes back, like I started slowly like March, April, making these changes. And I'm reaping the benefits now. A couple of the reasons, it's like gardening, right? The farmer plants a seed and then they reap the crop how many months later? It's part of it's that. Another part of it is I had to do it and do it and do it and do it and pound it into my team members' heads. I love them, but let's be honest. Before they caught on and started doing it. So it was like 3 months of me doing it before they even started doing it. And so now they're doing it and we are reaping the benefits from it. So I don't want you guys thinking that I'm going to start doing this now and I'm going to have the biggest last month of November to ever exist. You start doing it now and wait for January, February kind of idea. That's where you're really going to start seeing the big. But that's what we're talking about with our customers too, right? 3 to 6 months. It's the same thing with building your business. You start now, 3 to 6 months, what's going to happen? Stacey asked me something about like, do I ever feel like defeated or like, or anything along those lines? She asked me, she was like, hey, talk about, here's some bullet points. And it was so funny because, this was yesterday. We had this conversation, right, Stace? I think it was yesterday. And, I yesterday had I like, right after she mentioned that, I was like, oh yeah, today. Yeah, a couple hours ago. I feel like this isn't just at some days, it's in moment, like at one moment I'm like, what the heck? What are we doing? And the next minute I'm like, okay, we're good. We got this. It's just like our toddlers' emotions, right? Like 1 minute they're running around screaming, have the best time of their life. Next minute they're running around screaming and screaming bloody murder. You don't even know what's going to happen. I look at my child the wrong way and I'm the worst person to ever exist. And I look at her again and she can't get enough of me. So when you have those moments, first of all, I do not grow my business out of like an anxious place, out of a negative place. If I'm having a moment where I'm in that, I just walk away. If I have a negative Nancy show up in my DMs or whatever, if negative Nancy shows up and she's mad about something or whatnot, or wants to rain on my parade, I will not respond until I am in a place to respond, until I am not triggered, upset, anything. It might take a week before I respond. There is no plexus emergency, by the way. I got told that like a year or so ago, and I was like, oh, I needed that. I needed that. There is no plexus emergency. Negative Nancy ain't gonna die if you don't respond to her for a week. It's gonna be fine. Your business will not end if you don't respond for her for a week either. Okay? Come in a positive space. So I was feeling like this anxiousness yesterday for like an hour, and I was like, I can't do this. I put my phone down. I shut my computer off. I walked away. I went and I did some things around the house, and I came back and I was fine. So Grow your business out of a positive space with excitement, with light. If you need to have a dance party, if you need to go for a walk, I'm all about movement. Movement is like the best endorphins that we can get. Have an extra pink drink, whatever you need to do. Don't come from desperation. Come from, I am here to show up excited. I call it brain dumping too. I love to brain dump, AKA journal. I call it brain dumping because I just grab something and I just write whatever comes to me. That helps me get in a good place. But I also am like, how can I, like, I'll write my goals, I'll write my dreams, I'll write my vision, I'll write why I'm excited to get myself in a good positive space. So I'm coming, when I'm messaging people, when I am posting, when I'm following up with my team, I'm coming from a place of like me, of heart, of passion, and that kind of stuff. So make sure you're in a positive space. And sometimes you just got to show up too. If you're waiting to feel it, you probably ain't ever gonna feel it. You have to, I am all about science, like a ball in motion will stay in motion till acted upon by an outside source, right? If you just start doing it, you're gonna keep doing it and it's just gonna keep happening. If you stop and you're like, I don't feel about it like it today. And this is part of the reason I do a little teeny tiny bit of work every day. And I call, like, sometimes that's posting, showing up in my stories, answering my messages. That's me working. And I do that every single day, literally 7 days a week. I do those minimum things because I have to stay in the game, or otherwise I'm like, oh crap, how do I do this thing? I just get lost. And that works for me. It might not work for you, but the posting in my stories, posting on my feed, making sure my messages don't end up blah, 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 is something I need to do for myself every day. Okay, I'm not watching the chat at all. Does anybody have any questions? I think we got the video posted.
The video's been posted, and then Megan also posted the Confident Conversations guide, so grab that if you would like also. Questions. Does anybody have any questions for Michelle? I thought of one. Can you give us an example? Because you were talking about how you're an objection queen. So what has been the biggest objection you've been getting recently, and what is your response to that?
Oh gosh, the biggest one. I feel like I've gotten all of them.
Okay, so what's the one most recent one you've gotten?
Well, I'll actually be straight. So one of the most recent ones, I was a customer ordering, actually. She ordered and then she was like, I need to wait until after the holidays. This is too much. She ordered the triplex, y'all. How hard is the triplex? Can we all just like do a quick little eye roll with me? And so I will admit, she is not ready. And I literally told her that. So how I started this was I'm kind of like, I feel felt found without saying any feel felt found. I hear you is basically kind of what I say. I totally understand what you're saying. I relate to them. That's what I do. So I relate and just was like, yeah, I understand the holidays can be a lot, but what if we looked at this from the simplicity side of it, where you're already doing these things? We take a couple capsules when you brush your teeth at night, and then we shake up your pink drink on your way to work every morning. These are things you're already doing. We're just plugging in a little bit. So it's going to be super simple. And she was mentioning how like she needs to dial in her diet. And I was like, when your body is aligned and in a healthier space, you're going to be surprised at how much easier it is to pick those healthier foods and to have more energy and go through the holidays in a healthier, better space. Do you want to do that, or do you want to kind of struggle through the holidays and stay in the space that you're at? That was the first message I sent to her. And she still was like, yeah, she literally said, I think I'd rather wait. And I'm like, okay. And she also mentioned the investment. Like she thinks that she needs to do these things to make sense of her investment. And so I always come from this in a loving space, but also like, let's be realistic here too. And so I was just like, you know what, that's a decision that you need to make. And I cannot wait until you see what this does for you, because I know that is going to be so much, but you have to decide that you are worthy of that investment, of both the financial investment and that time investment. And only you can decide that. And I am here to support you when you're ready. And she just said, thank you. And like, this is like, it needs to be the right time. It needs to be right time for the business. It needs to be right time for the products. I, of course, want to like shake her and turn her upside down and be like, girlfriend, what is your problem? But she's not ready for it. So that was kind of, that gives you kind of an idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Any other questions?
I have a question or a comment. So I struggle because I've been very product focused in my business. And so I'm an emerald also, and I am so grateful for my amazing team. But I still, to at this point, struggle with posting about the business because I don't want to vomit it all over people. And I don't want people to think that I am here for the money. I'm here to help them. So did you struggle with that? And if so, how did you overcome that?
I did not,
You
because
didn't-
are you here for the money?
Yeah. I mean,
So,
that's
so
not what
why
brought me,
can't you be here for the money?
that's not what brought me here.
But are you here for the money now?
I would do it even if I didn't get paid, quite honest.
Would you?
I would.
You would show up like you are right now if you made
No,
zero.
not at this level. No, I wouldn't show up at this level, but I would show up.
Okay.
And so anyway, that's my struggle.
Okay. So here, you guys, this isn't overcoming an objection. She has an objection to posting about, do you guys see this? Okay. So do you think your story can change in different seasons of your life?
Yes, and I am more bold about it, but I'm not daily posting about the business.
And
Maybe
you don't have to every day. I don't post every day about well, if you look at between my stories and my posts, there's something usually about Plexus between like real stories posts, but it's not like every single day in my stories, every single day on my posts, every single day in my, like, not every single day. And it's not, I do still post a little bit about the products and testimonies and that kind of stuff, but I definitely bring in the business way more than I used to.
Mhm.
So did I start for the business? No, I started for the products. Am I here for the business now? Yes, I want the products. I don't know how to live without Plexus fully. I need my products,
Mhm.
but I am here for the business. I am here for the money. I am here for the financial freedom that it has given my family. And I am here to bless others with that financial blessing because I believe that finances are more important than the products. Because if you can't put a roof over your head, I very much believe health and finances are the two most important things, but your finances have to come first so you can buy the products. So you can pay for money gives you options.
Mhm.
And there is nothing dirty. I feel like you might have this feeling that money's dirty. Money's not dirty. I would work on that relationship personally. And once you realize that money is a blessing and that you can bless others with that, you own it in a whole different way.
I'm getting there.
You guys are welcome to follow me or friend me. I did a live, actually kind of on this today. One of my brand new people sent me a message that her husband, she truly believes that they just started the products a couple weeks ago. Her husband recommitted his life to God on Sunday, and she is already fully like, these products have changed everything in like 2 weeks. So this isn't it's like I feel like this is 100% something that God has us here to do his work,
Mhm.
and that is a financial piece.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree 100%. Paradigms run deep, and yeah, when we have more, we can give more. And so, and I'm not ashamed. I'm actually quite proud of, the income that I'm earning, and I want that for others. But I also don't, I struggle with not wanting to vomit it on people. You
I
know,
say vomit, girlfriend. Own it. Be proud of what you should be so proud because it is not a walk in the park becoming an emerald.
Yeah.
Jewels are we're here for a reason. We worked our butts off to get here. So be
Yeah.
proud of that and have it be your life mission to help other people to become the exact same, be in the same space you are right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. But I'm always like with the social media, I'm doing the dance. So anyway.
Do your dance. Show up like you want to.
Okay.
Because
Thank
they're
you.
not paying your bills.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't let somebody's opinion that doesn't pay your bills determine what you do in life.
True.
Oh, good, Stacy.
Any other questions? Thanks, Megan. Raquel says Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eck. I'm totally just,
So name.
the name did not go well.
It's
If you
not
want to
flow.
unmute and tell us the author, that'd be amazing. Is amazing.
T. Harv Eker. I forgot the R.
Oh, okay. Well, I was close. I read it correctly then. I'm going to give myself credit.
Did read it correctly. Good job.
All right, perfect. And then there's also Happy Money would be another one. If you haven't read that one, that would be a good one that just kind of helps us through all of our thoughts surrounding money. Thank you. Any other questions from Michelle? Going once? Going twice? Michelle, thank you so
You're
much
welcome.
for joining us. Oh, Megan said the having is also amazing. So there's a few different book recommendations and suggestions. Well, thank you. We really appreciate you jumping on. And you guys, don't you love her passion? And you can see that that passion is what drives her to do the things and to show up every day. So if you are not feeling that passionate, then go run around the block or dance or do something.
Have another pink drink.
Have another
Inactive.
pink drink, inactive. There you go.
Vital biome.
Thanks, Michelle. We so
You're
appreciate
welcome,
you.
friend.
All right, you guys, 300-point growth. Here we come. Can we talk really quickly? I know we've got about 5 minutes or less. But Megan and Carol and whoever else, our challenge is going to be November 18th. So it's that week, 7-day challenge, right? Did I say that right? 7 days. And it is called, why did I just draw a blank? It's called Fast Before You Feast. Fast Before You Feast. It's Monday. It's Monday already. It's this next Monday. So you need to make sure that you are inviting people to the challenge group. It will be in the challenge group this Monday, and hopefully you can help people between now and then to purchase and to get their free resets. So I actually, go ahead. Someone was going to say something.
And all the people that like, because my team's added a good amount so far. So I'll go to all of those people. Like, hey, you have a reset if you want, to do it together Monday. Yeah.
Yes.
Free challenge group, giveaways, cool information. Yeah.
So yay, add people to the challenge group. Anything else about that? No, we're good. All right. Anything else that anyone else wants to mention, needs help with? We've got 3 minutes. Go. Anything else?
Kate and Stacy are putting together a messenger party. Is that right? Thursday? Did you say, Kate? Yeah.
Yes, 8:30.
Okay. So maybe you could share the link if anybody has somebody they want to add to it.
Yep,
And I
can
don't know
do
if
that.
Nicole's still in here, but I think she was also doing Thursday.
Oh, is she doing Thursday also? Oh, okay, so that's cool. We'll have a East Coast, West Coast time
Yeah.
zones. All right.
Oh, awesome. Okay, Cool.
Thank you.
All right, anything else we need to know about? I'm gonna stop the recording so I don't forget.